Hi friends, my name is Chaitanya Patke and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to analyze the second test play of the first test between India and England currently being played at the Rajiv Gandhi International Cricket Stadium in Hyderabad, and it was a day which completely belonged to Team India. India resumed from 119 for 1 and currently our score is 421 for 7. 15 extras and 110 overs. 302 runs were scored by Team India in 87 overs at a run rate just shy of 3.5 runs per over, and it was a day when England spinners' lack of quality completely came to the fore. The ineffective and unimaginative captaincy of English skipper Ben Stokes also took a toll on the score. And by the looks of it, by the looks of the analysis of the first 2 days, England is in for a pretty rough summer in England, a pretty rough winter in India. So all in all, it was a day belonged to completely to Team India. Resumed from 119 for 1. Yashasvi Jaiswal could unfortunately just add 4 runs to his overnight score. He just meekly surrendered his wicket to a cotton ball to Joe Root. He was out on 80. He looked fabulous for a big score, but unfortunate he couldn't carry on. Shubman Gill also scored just 23 runs, added 9 runs to his overnight total of 66 deliveries. He never looked home. He scored 2 boundaries, but his was the first wicket taken by Tom Hartley, which came as a big relief to the left arm off spinner who was taken to the cleaners yesterday by Jaiswal, and all day after his first wicket as well, with Ben Tuckett taking a simple catch. The knives is out on Shubman Gill's test career, because unfortunately, despite the fact that India head coach Rahul Dravid backed him publicly in the press conference, he has failed to register a 50 plus score in his last 10 test innings, which is way too much. Cricket commentators and cricket pundits have their knives out. They are asking why a talented guy like Sarfaraz Khan isn't being selected in the playing 11, or India has a lot of talent, why any other player who has scored abundance of run in first class cricket is not given a chance. But by the looks of it, and historically analyzing the duo of head coach Rahul Dravid and captain Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill will be given at least 2 more test matches to prove his worth, because they give players a consistent run before dropping them, or eventually his faith will come good. But Shubman Gill has to deliver in the second test match at all cost. KL Rahul played one of the most underrated and magnificent innings of his career. 86 runs of 123 deliveries, 8 boundaries and 2 massive sixes. His wicket was taken by Tom Hartley as well, with Rehan Ahmed taking the catch. But he, along with Jadeja, rescued India from a very tricky position. If you remember, we lost 4 wickets. And our score was not less than wasn't even above 170. If one either KL Rahul or Ravindra Jadeja had lost the wicket in the that sort of play, the floodgates would have opened and England would have had a sniff, despite the fact that their spinners are pretty ineffective and very low in quality as compared to the Indian spin trio of Ravichandran Ashwin, Akshar Patel and Ravindra Jadeja. But that didn't happen. First of all, both Jadeja and KL Rahul need to be complimented, because they rotated the strike, converted the ones into twos. It was never they were never in any trouble, and there were a lots of gaps in the field, which points out to the ineffective captaincy of Ben Stokes. And the result, to play just one solitary fast bowler in Mark Wood, will come back to haunt England. In 13 overs, Mark Wood gave away 43 runs, but his economy rate is not the issue here. He bended his back. One delivery actually went above 150 kilometers hour, 151.2 kilometers per hour to be precise. His pace was on average above 140. He bended his back. He tried bowling bouncers. He tried to generate or extract some reverse swing of the pitch as well, but that didn't work. But at least he tried. In the place of Tom Hartley, they could have easily went for James Anderson, but that is the blunder which the English team management, including head coach Brendan McCallum as well as captain Ben Stokes, did, and that has come back to haunt them. Ravindra Jadeja is still not out on 81 of 155 deliveries, 7 boundaries and couple of massive sixes of Joe Root. Hopefully he gets his 100 tomorrow. Shrikar Bharat also played pretty well, 41 runs of 81 deliveries. He played out to a rash stroke to Joe Root and he was dismissed LBW. Although it was an umpire's call, the three boundaries he scored were a display of power, despite the fact that they were pretty ordinary deliveries who would need to be dealt that way. Ravichandran Ashwin was unfortunately run out due to a terrible mix-up with Ravindra Jadeja, just one of 11 deliveries. Tom Hartley was the player who did the run out of Ashwin, and Akshar Patel provided some late entertainment to the Hyderabadi fans and compliments to the Hyderabad fans as well, because they filled almost 70 to 75% of the stadium, which is a rarity in even England or Australia these days. So kudos to them. Hopefully they will continue to support the remaining days of the test matches. A big thank you to Hyderabad, because the optics look very good. It is actually a very big stadium, and it is great to see that the traditional form of the cricket is still alive. 35 of 62 deliveries. Akshar Patel is not out as well. He finished with 4, 6 and 4, because England actually were using very cheap tactics towards the latter stages of the day, especially towards the end of play. They despite the fact of playing 4 spinners, they purposely made the the over rate very slow. Their intention was to frustrate the Indian batsmen, because they were smacked all over the ground. But Akshar Patel had utter ideas. He actually made the English fielders retrieve the ball 3 times towards the day. England could just bowl 87 overs. I think they should have bowled the 3 remaining overs as well, but they have been penalized in the past by the ICC due to slower over rate, and that will be the case unfortunately for them in this test matches as well. That is their problem, none of India's problem. So all in all, a magnificent day for Team India. And Ben Stokes needs to re-evaluate his captaincy, because there were a lot of gaps, and despite the fact that India were 4 down early on, we didn't see much pressure. The long on, the long off was pretty back. They should be up, saving the singles, try to create at least some sort of a pressure, but that didn't happen, and it will come back to haunt England big way. We will analyze the English bowlers now. Mark Wood in 13 overs gave away 43 runs. I think he was the standout bowler today apart from Joe Root, and amongst the 4 spinners actually, Joe Root was the best one, which says a lot about the English selection and the low quality of spinners that they have as compared to India. The pitch actually got better to bat on, and many English media persons in the English media speculated that it will be a rank turner. The test match will get over within 2 or 2.5 days. None of that happened. The bounce was low as well, but that is expected from an Indian pitch. You expect swing and seam in Sena conditions, why not spin in Indian conditions? So the hypocrisy of the English media is beyond control. But anyways, they should also write about their ineffectiveness of their own team to bowl well despite the fact of playing 4 spinners. Joe Root 24 overs, 2 maidens, 77 runs, 2 wickets. He actually was their best bowler. Bowled stump to stump, didn't give much of it outside the off stump. Rehan Ahmed was all over the place. 23 overs, 3 maidens, 105 runs, 1 wicket at an economy rate of more than 4.5 runs per over. He just has the googly and the quicker one. He needs to develop variation. He is young, but he despite the performances he gave in Pakistan last year on his debut series, a lot was expected, but he has not lived up to his expectation till yet. Jack Leach didn't take any wicket today, but did a good containing job. 25 overs, 6 maidens, 54 runs. And Tom Hartley, the meme boy of English spinners, went all over the place. 5.24 runs per over in a test match on a debut, a horrendous and a nightmarish debut for him. 25 overs, 131 runs, 2 wicket. He was all over the place. He either bowls too full or too short. He has not been able to gauge the lane despite the fact that he bowled 25 overs, which is almost which is 150 balls. So yeah, he needs to go to county cricket. Needs to make sure that he bowls stump to stump, because he has a lot of work to do, and he is exposed due to the quality of KL Rahul as well as Ravindra Jadeja. Shrikar Bharat also actually played pretty well. He played some strokes behind the wicket, which were also a sight to behold. But unfortunate that he couldn't convert it into the 50. So anyways, a day which completely dominated by Team India, and England is in big trouble. A huge task to them just to avoid the defeat, but I don't think that will going to happen, because once Team India has a vice-like grip on the game, especially in India, it is all over. So how did you like my analysis of the second day's play? Please tell me in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for further notifications. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, everyone, bye, and wishing a very happy Republic Day to all the Indians in India as well as around the world. Hopefully this day was as enjoyable as was the second day's play today. Thank you.